Hello again, YouTube. We got a little time. I told y'all I was gonna get it in today because things finna change up a little bit, you know. See how it goes next couple weeks. But I want to get back to us blacks again. You know, this is important. We don't have that many leaders, man. Then, when we start thinking people leaders, stuff just start coming out about them that you don't know. It's unfortunate. But I want to talk about something that was kind of just made me just shake my head, man. I'm like, man, that's true, but it's sad that it's true. And that's, we at the bottom, y'all. And I was just trying to figure out, why are we at the bottom? Like, we handle a lot of money. We got big families. Like, why are we at the bottom? Like, how are people coming over from India and from Africa and from Iraq and all these other places and doing better than us, and we was born and raised in this country? Even the white people that is racist, you can't say that's the number one reason, because we could overcome them by little small changes that we can make. So it's not them. Y'all want to know what it is? Think about it. Think about your family. Think about your great-grandparents, your grandparents, your parents. Like, we be putting these people on Facebook, and we be like acting like these was the greatest people. And they did have good qualities, a lot of them, but if we honest with ourselves, our ancestors didn't go hard enough for us. A lot of our ancestors. A lot of our parents, a lot of our grandparents. And here's the reason. Black people don't be trying to win the race. Black people be trying not to come in last place. Now, I did a short on this, and what do I mean by this? They'll get the bare minimum job, stay there for 40 years, won't write no books, won't do nothing on the side. They'll just party on the side. You can't tell me I'm wrong, because it was a lot of fun in the 80s. We used to have fight parties. My father, when we was younger, all my father's friends from his childhood used to always be around. They were like family. But thinking back and looking at now, it's like, it was fun, but it was a waste of time. College was fun, but it was a waste of time. I had a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. But in the bigger scheme of things, it was a waste of time. I had a lot of fun out here kicking it with my guys I grew up with, but it was a waste of time. And why? Because we don't be trying to win the race, man. We don't be supporting each other like we should and could. We don't be doing everything we can to maximize our time and to get the most and to make the most money. Some people need to go back to college, they didn't. Some people needed to go and get that extra training, they didn't. Some people needed that second job, they didn't work it. Some people needed to try to move up, they didn't. They just was trying not to finish in last. But what happens is, when you get older, you don't have nothing to leave your grandkids, your great-grandkids, your kids. And it's sad, man. Because I told y'all, the store I go to, the owner died, left the store to his daughter. They're white, and she was able to sell it for over $3 million. Split the money with her mother gonna be straight. He probably already had money, because that store was around there since I could remember. And it's like, I remember how his friends, like people he went to high school with, stuff like that used to be in there talking to them and stuff, buying stuff. Black people, we can't even really tell each other too much because, man, I ain't gonna say, I hate to say this, man, but such and such getting rich, man. They got a lot of money, man. He doing good with them business. And they'll be telling this to Pookie. Be like, for real? Oh, yeah? Where he living at? He still living with such and such? Nah, he lives such and such. That's what happened to Pop Smoke. Locations. And how many times do you hear about other races doing that to each other? I'll wait, but I hear crickets though. I'm hearing raindrops. Rain make me sleepy. But we just be trying not to finish last. We just want to finish in front of our brothers, sisters, cousins, in-laws instead of being in first. We just want, like a lot of people be secretly, man, that's messed up. But they be feeling kind of good when you go through your troubles because they know it's somebody behind them. They ain't in last place. And that's why I believe in just a little stun on people like this. Just a little. So, but they be trying not to finish in last. And another way they try not to finish in last is people be trying to be around successful people. And you hear people saying that, and I understand it to a certain extent. Get around people that's successful. Okay. What I would say is when you get successful, don't hang around nobody that wouldn't hang around you when you wasn't successful. Don't hang around nobody that wouldn't hang around you when you didn't dress nice. That's why I can understand why Mace got down with Cameron and look what happened. We talked about this in the Sunday sermon. Childhood friends linked up on a business tip, and look what happened. Now they say they signed for 30 million or something like that, 15 million apiece. See, that's what happened when you get set aside your jealousy and your trying not to finish in last and your differences. Cameron and Mace, prime example. That's what happens. But see, most of us can't even trust. It's like I might trust a couple of the guys from back in the day in that way. One in particular, I definitely would trust him like that. But most of them, no, I wouldn't. Because one of the guys that I say I would trust, he trying to come in first place. But a lot of the other ones, they try not to finish last. And some of them, when they up, you don't hear from them. When they down, they want to call you all the time. Like, why you wasn't calling me when you had all that money? You wasn't calling me then. It's two main guys that I would trust in that way. And one of them was working with me anyway back in them days. And the other one, I hung around them a lot coming up, took trips with them and stuff. Them like the only two really. The other ones, like, I don't know if I could trust them in that way. And the main reason being because they got that trying not to finish last mentality instead of trying to finish first mentality. I want to be out in front of all these people. Like, what's his name? Robert Smith or something like that? The one that paid for all the Morehouse people education. Man, I ain't trying to hear none of y'all, man. He got a white woman, so what? Look what he did. He finished in first and then did what he could to help other people. And they wasn't even receiving his help like that. I heard he said he'll do a Zoom call with them richest black man in the country, and they wouldn't do it. I would be like, man, forget y'all then. Sure. What I look like, I'm gonna enjoy my life. Bye. He did his part. He finished it first. And then he tried to bring other people up. But a lot of people, they just was trying not to finish and last. They live in little cities like with high crime, like Milwaukee, Detroit, Baltimore, St. Louis, Chicago. And so they just not trying to finish and last. They like the fact that they make 100,000, 80,000 and pulling up on their cousins and stuff, new cars, Jordans, chains, stuff like that. But they ain't trying to win. See, they ain't trying to open up so many businesses that their kids are set for life. And the people that would do it, they got all type of obstacles. I'm gonna tell you, the devil, when I tell you the devil is a hater that you gotta rise above, I'm telling you nothing but the facts. See, what the devil does is the devil tries to attack and beg God for a reason to bring trouble in the lives of those who he know would change the world. He don't care about you dribbling no basketball if you gonna be making pyramids with your hands, and he or she, and she got you in her back pocket. She ain't gonna care. But what she cares about is people like me. You just protecting them. You doing this. You doing that. Why don't you take him through some stuff? Let's see if what he really believes about you. So most of the real people of God is practically, I'm going to tell you, a lot of the realest people are probably slightly downtrodden because they tired of going through stuff. For that reason, the devil. But don't be one of the ones that you just trying not to finish it last. I'm trying to come in first. I'm very competitive. I need to win. I want to win. I need to win. But you gotta, sometimes for you to win, you gotta work as a team. But what I would tell you is now how selfish these people is, you gotta learn how to win by yourself. Don't be looking to no relationship, none of that. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Sometimes some people, relationships slow them down. Like, you gotta, if you gonna be in a relationship, you can't let it slow you down. You gotta still go for yours. And if you getting complaints, oh, we don't ever spend time together, oh, all you do is work, man, dump that broad. Get with one that's gonna come with you to work. That y'all gonna be, when ain't no customers in the store, you gonna be slapping her in the butt and hugged up. Instead of one that just wanna sit around for you to listen to them talk and do nothing. And then y'all women, y'all always talking about y'all want this rich guy, six-figure guy. Man, don't you know how much time it's gonna take to get that? And then once you got it, to stay on top? Y'all obviously don't know. Y'all think y'all gonna get a dude with weekends off, working 40 hours a week, making $300,000, $400,000 a year. You weird. And besides, you done had too many wingdings to think like that. I'm not saying you lower your standard, but I'm saying you need to be considerate of your previous behavior as well. You asking for a lot to been live the way you've been living. I ain't keeping score on you though. Do you? I'm doing me right now. I'm gonna be doing me tomorrow. If I live to see it, I'm gonna be doing me next week. Matter of fact, let's go here. If I live through the night, I'm gonna be doing me tomorrow. You never know what can happen. But that's it. That's all, y'all. I just wanted to talk about that a little bit.